What's going on, everybody? We got some big news when it comes to DC today with Supergirl and Man of Tomorrow, so let's dive right in. First up, I want to talk about Junkie XL has joined Supergirl as the new composer. Now, some may think, well, why is this happening? Didn't they have a composer already? And they did in Ramin Djawadi. I'm terrible with names, guys, I'm sorry. But it looks like something has happened where Tom Holkenberg, aka Junkie XL, is now brought on board to do the score. Now, for those of you who aren't aware, which I'd be shocked if you don't know who Junkie XL is, he has quite the resume underneath him. Things like Sonic the Hedgehog, Furiosa, Godzilla and Kong, Rebel Moon. It goes down. He did Zack Snyder's Justice League, Alita Battle Angel, and so many more. I mean, you take a look at this here. Now, a lot of people are excited because he has played in the superhero realm before. Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice, he and Hans Zimmer worked together in collaboration for that. He then continued on and did Zack Snyder's Justice League as well. So he understands that world very, very well. The question is, what could have happened? What happened here that, well, kind of caused them to go another direction? It's interesting because when I sit here and I think about it, I remember last year, around this time, when, maybe it was a little later than this, but we heard that they brought in a second composer for Superman. I have a feeling that this whole idea behind how they want to approach these movies, when it comes to the music, isn't quite what they imagined at first. You see, fans love the scores, the film scores in superhero films. And the one thing that DC has always had over Marvel is fantastic musical scores. Going all the way back to 1978, Superman the movie. You always have had a great score. I am one who stated one of my biggest issues with Superman 2025 was its score. It did not feel like it was built for that movie. It really felt like it was built for another film, but then kind of shoved in here. It has its moments. It absolutely has its moments. But to me, it just never felt really that strong of a score. Ramin Djawadi is also known and to have quite a resume himself. If you take a look, he has most recently worked on the Fallout series for Amazon. He has also done House of the Dragon. He has also done Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan, Westworld, and many more. Heck, Eternals. He's also been in the superhero genre with Eternals, and I believe the first Iron Man movie, if I remember correctly, as well. He's done video games. He's done a lot of different things. I mean, you see his resume might even be bigger than that of Junkie XL. So again, it comes down to it. What is missing? What was going on? Obviously, we don't have any confirmation or excuse or whatever you want to call it from DC Studios, but I am excited to see Junkie XL. I'll admit also, his Zack Snyder's Justice League score was a little underwhelming. It had its moments. There are probably 3 or 4 pieces within that score that I think are amazing and fantastic. However, there's a lot of overuse with certain themes in that movie, and I hope he doesn't do the same thing here with Supergirl. I hope he really buckles down and gives this the attention and love that it truly deserves. Next up, I want to talk about this. Man of Tomorrow has officially cast Isabela Merced. She will return as Hawkgirl. This coming from Deadline. Look, we knew, we understand, and we know that we were going to get returning characters from Superman in here. To see Isabela Merced come back is fantastic. Personally, if you ask me, after seeing the events of Peacemaker, I think it kind of makes sense for her to show up in this movie and be hunted down by Rick Flag Sr. and his cohorts. Because what is he doing? He's trying to get rid of metahumans. He's trying to put these metahumans in or on that planet Salvation. And after what Hawkgirl did in Superman, where she just basically just killed a leader of a country, dropping him, it would make sense that they would go after her for war crimes and punish her and imprison her on salvation. So it makes sense that she's going to be there, especially if that angle plays a role in this movie. So I'm all for it. Isabela Merced is a fantastic actress. I think that some people are going to be a little upset about this because they didn't like the way that she was portrayed in Superman, but who the hell cares? This is exciting news. I love to see it. Everyone argues about the Snyderverse, yet almost no one knows exactly what happened. The Snyderverse wasn't just a movie saga. It was fear, ambition, tragedy, studio panic, and a fandom that changed Hollywood. For my book, The Snyder Effect, I didn't rely on rumors or recycled takes. I tracked down the sources, the reporting, the quotes, the timelines, and the contradictions. The archive gives you access to my research, the sources I used, my commentary, and chapters as they're written. It's not a subscription. It's a one-time access pass to the real paper trail behind the chaos. Some benefits you'll get is early book access, a supporter discount at launch, and an acknowledgement within the book in its final release. If you want full story before the takes, rumors, and rewrites, support the archive and help get this book across the finish line. The Snyder Effect Archive, read the story as it's being written. The last thing I want to bring up is something really, really funny. Right here, you have a post from Reyes Flores. Now, this guy loves to come at me on social media quite often. And today he posts something that I couldn't help but get a chuckle out of. This is just hilarious. He says, I get what he's trying to do with this, talking about Junkie XL coming in to compose the music for Supergirl. He says, but James Gunn, to get better results, just released the Ayer cut, and I'll buy a ticket for Supergirl. So now they're at the part where they're trying to negotiate in getting what they want. He said, let Zach finish his story. I'll be done with movie Twitter. Easy peasy, home by lunch. Yeah, that's literally what they're trying to do now. They're now trying to negotiate with James Gunn, the head of DC Studios, saying, look, we'll come see your movie if you release the stuff we want. We promise, we'll do it. Yeah, no, they're not going to do that. And that's really a bad look for you guys right now, because it's obvious then, it's clear that it's not because these movies that are coming out that you're not interested or that you're not hopeful that they're going to be good. No, that's not what it is. You're just being toxic and angry and throwing your bullshit around because you're throwing a tantrum. And that's what this proves. So it's kind of ridiculous. It's kind of pathetic. I get it, though. That's kind of what you guys have become. It is what it is. But anyways, guys, I'd love to hear your thoughts on all of this, from the Man of Tomorrow news of Isabela Merced coming back to Junkie XL being the new composer of Supergirl. I'm curious to see how that works out. I think you guys will be too. So with all that said, guys, make sure you hit that like button, hit subscribe, and I'll catch you all later.